to highlight the players and bold them. And so the bold underlines are chapters, and then the bold are just subtitles in that chapter.
It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Dustin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. Dameon Pierce now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room.
You still reading, man?
Looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Stroud in the air to start us off. Going deep right away. He's got it inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 6-0 lead right away. Tank Dell the touchdown. Texans attempted a 2-point conversion here. He's throwing for it. And he's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out.
Rate it. I like that angle. I didn't think it would be a
the Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb.
And
And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 7-2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the bank for the defense.
And that is a
hitting
big
spade
hit
helps
right
them
after that
their
catch, so the
subconscious
play
mind.
limited to maybe just a couple yards.
And I think it's kind of like
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That's what I got.
All right, look at this, reaching deep into the playbook for the monster formation here on 3rd down. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Run play only gets back to the line, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Also, what do you think what you've seen so far?
Come on.
And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They give inside to Chubb. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Watson working in the pistol. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Watson now off play action. Buying some time right. That one complete to Njoku. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards.
I just like how they have prayers
for that time on the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
I would need help with. It's like, can't even pray about it. Out
of the gun, here's Watson. Throw wheeled in by Njoku.
I think that's satisfaction.
And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
And recite them to yourself, you know. And then you do have negative thoughts.
Ready to go with the second quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. Chubb here on first down. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing on third down, Watson.
You know what that is?
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it. And the Texans take over after forcing the first turnover in this ballgame. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10.
Like those type of things.
The Browns close in and take him down. Working quickly here. Trying again following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Thought I took it.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Yeah.
On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. Pass caught by Mixon. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. On the gun, Stroud. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. He's loaded another one up. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans parlay the interception into points. Nico Collins with the touchdown. So the Texans gonna run it back, try for another 2-point conversion. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up a 14-point lead.
I mean, actually went to my high school. Niggas wild, but yeah. Like,
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff.
She used to be at school before she was like Viola Davis.
Moore with a return.
So she had How to Go Murder.
He's showing some burst on this return.
He was like, who is that?
Made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
And then that's when it started popping. We were like, oh, okay. But you know, when y'all start now?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Motioning in the tight end now. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
I reckon. No, it's like a book I definitely can like take a brand left off since story.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
It's kind of like that.
Watson on 1st and 10. Catch is made down the right sideline. He got 24 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
They've run this 12-yard out-route combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Got a man, it's Njoku. And this one doesn't go far.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There's not a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Sticking to the air with Watson. That's into the hands of Moore. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. 3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, Watson. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Kamari Lassiter with the pick.
It's just so relatable to me, just so fun.
And the Texans, they're going to be set up in goal to go after a great return down inside the 10.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okay, okay. That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. It's an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge hit in return for that defense.
Complete to Dell. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Stroud. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown.
You read it. You taking notes from that.
The Texans get more points to end a lopsided first half. The Texan offense out now for another 2-point opportunity. Throwing to Stroud. And he's got it. So they get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead.
You like me, but I like me in certain times.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
I brought one bag.
They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime.
And you gotta cook my salmon. Don't forget.
I can't do everything.
And he won't
I
salvage
can't do
that. It's
everything.
a loss on the play. The Browns take the
I
first
can't
of
get
their 3
popcorn,
timeouts.
eggs, and
They'll
get
have 2 left
popcorn
to
and
work
a
with before
sandwich.
halftime.
All you gotta do is get the popcorn and then make the sandwich.
All you gotta do is get the eggs. You don't even make the eggs. I make the eggs.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
He gonna have me go up in that store and eat and then go back in there.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Oh yeah, I
Of
forgot.
7, so they're looking at 9 yards to go now on third down.
I was gonna say give me 4, but I forgot it was a 211.
Well, I just try to do it. Well, the last time I did it, it was nobody really in the store, so she saw me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in.
Why is it a 211? Like that's crazy. That's not cool. Go over.
I know. I told you to that, but I don't know. They still got
Weird.
But I'm gonna go in, get it, and then leave out when I get and get some. Cause she said to her busy, and yeah, I'm busy.
That's right, but that's dumb.
It's because they know that it's like cheaper than other places, so and it's in demand.
My thing is, why is it $3 cheaper?
It was huh?
I said, my thing is, why is it $3 cheaper?
I think it was
That's kind of fucked up. Nah, because it's still the same price over here. That's where I start thinking,
you started.
you niggas is kind of racist over there. Or,
Where you're at?
yeah.
Well, I should have went yesterday. I meant to go yesterday.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium.
I wanted to see if it's a difference for Thursday. So I was on weekend. I wanted to see if it was a difference.
About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Houston.
Yeah,
sure yet.
Whoa. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
I don't think it's going to be a difference. I'm just trying to stay. I went to Save every day. It was still $5. Like, I'm about to. That shit weird. Hella weird over there.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
On the quick, right?
That's
Stroud going to throw right away.
Even the Vital, I ain't checking in, but I went there, man, it was $7. Like, what the hell? Who is scamming me? I'm not paying for that.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. And they're going to get him again. Remarkable. How about that to start the game? 2 sacks
really scared him.
on the first 2 plays. From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. That's caught. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense has it. What a demoralizing play. A big chunk coming in the passing game. Looking like they flipped the field, but then, Greg, the fumble, and the defense comes up with a recovery.
Explosive plays. That's what this offense has been talking about. This is what they've been preaching. But at the end, Mike, you have to protect the ball, because otherwise it's all for nothing. That's exactly what happened here. The big pass play is negated by bad ball security, and now the defense takes over.
Now, this looks like a design run. Defense hoping to push him back and get that safety. He gets to the 2-yard line, but no gain on that one. They need 8 as they come up for third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. The Texans getting all set to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down.
I'm singing this stuff together.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That is not the way. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait till their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down for Houston. They'll go right back to Mixon. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. So we've come to the end of a fairly... Here's a 2nd and 6. Here we go, let's go. Hey, uno. Throwing is Stroud. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. Past midfield. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. And now you get the pick 6, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for 2. Now Stroud. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at third down. To throw, it's Stroud. Open man, left side. He's got it. 13 yards on the catch there. It's good for a Texans first down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on third and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
A pickup there of 25 yards. First down for Houston. Back to throw, Stroud. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
On second down, Stroud. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does.
And he will take it in himself. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Stroud to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. A second down throw for Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. He's got it! And he will take this one in. 87 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Stroud comes to the line. The Texans going for 2. That's out quickly and complete. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Stroud. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Stroud. That's caught downfield by Diggs. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Now, Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell.
It was clear from the jump, Mike, that he wanted to take a shot downfield, bought himself a little extra time by moving the launch point. Ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit and ends up falling harmlessly out of bounds.
Stroud back to the air on second down. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. Stroud to throw here on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Here we go. Let's go. Look high.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. On first down, it's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On first and 10, here's Stroud. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep the score right where it is.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. There he goes again. Stroud avoids the contact as he slides to a stop after picking up the first down. Back to throw. That's going to be intercepted. A big hole. Still on the move. The defense comes up with the big play, and the pick six changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
They look to run with Mixon. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. From the gun, here's Stroud. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21 at the 25-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he's got another one. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. To throw is Stroud. This one complete to Jordan. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a designed run. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Texans first down. Now Stroud. This is caught downfield. It's Dell. And he's into the end zone. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He fields it at the 8. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he will score again. Now a big spot here for the Texans as they'll try for 2. On the handoff, it's Mixon. And he's into the end zone. The conversion is successful, and it's an 8-point lead here in the 4th. So after the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, the lead is 8 as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. To throw, Stroud. Toward the boundary, taken in by Collins. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Throwing is Stroud. A wide open receiver downfield. This one is caught. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Now, this looks like a design run. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. This crowd trying to be a factor, getting very loud now. It's 3rd and 5. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
All right.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley.